It is time to do my February plan with me. I hope you'll join me. Hi everyone, I'm Crystal from A Crystal Clear Life, where we focus on planning, organizing, and living a more simplified life. Today, I'm setting up my February dashboard in my planner in OneNote. Now, Microsoft has been working really hard to make OneNote such a wonderful product, and I have used it for years and years and years, and I just love it. So my planner this year is again in OneNote, and this year I'm doing more of a bullet journal style, meaning I'm creating my own notebook, my own pages, and making it specific to what I need, not what somebody else has determined that I might need for a planner. So today I want to set up with you my February dashboard, which is my main landing page for the month of February. Let's go to the computer and I'll show you how I'm doing that. So one of the first things that I recommend that people do when they go to set up their own bullet journals or their own planners is to think about really what are the requirements that you need for each specific page or each section in your planner. So I thought about that and I came up with a list of criteria that I need for my dashboard or my landing page or my monthly page, whatever you'd like to call it. And this is what I came up with. So one thing that I want to make sure that I write down are important dates or appointments that I have on specific days. I think that's important to keep track of. I also want to list down any birthdays or anniversaries that occur during that month. And I also like to have a place to record things for bills that might be due. And I'm not talking about the monthly bills, like the water bill and the Pepco bill and, all of that kind of thing. I'm talking about things that don't recur on a regular basis. Maybe some of those subscriptions or sinking fund kinds of things. Maybe a big thing like a tax bill that might be due. All those kinds of things I like to put on my dashboard page just as an extra reminder. Another thing that I like to put there is I like to list the goals that I plan on working on for that month and the actions that might be associated with those particular goals. I also like to include links to important pages that might be located somewhere in my planner or somewhere on the web or in another notebook in OneNote. I also like to keep track of my currently section, those things that I'm reading, cooking, dreaming about, all of that fun stuff, kind of a way of memory keeping. I like to do that. Any other memory keeping, maybe some photographs or something like that would be nice to include too. I also like to keep track of the tasks that I need to do in the garden in my monthly dashboard. So I have that part. And last year, one of my goals was to try a new recipe every month. I really, really enjoyed that. So I want to continue that this month. And so I want to include here a place to record the recipe that I try for the particular month. Okay, now that you've seen my requirements, let's take a look at the page that I set up, and I'll go over these things with you. Now, I don't think that I've mentioned to you all yet this year, but my word of the year for this year is grow. My channel has really been growing, and I think that's wonderful. I'm getting close to some big milestones, so if you haven't subscribed already, please think about subscribing so that you can join us. I like to grow and learn new things all of the time, so that's part of my growing. I got this greenhouse last year, and I'm really excited about trying some seed starting and all of that kind of thing. I am a gardener, so growing is something that I like to do anyway. And so I just thought the word grow would be really, really a good word for me this year. I'm going to try to include some plant themes throughout this year as well. So you'll see lots of greenery and lots of beautiful florals this year. But on this month, for February, I found this great quote that I put on my page that talks about not falling in love, but to grow in the love that you have with someone. Because when things fall, they tend to break. But when things grow, they tend to get stronger and thrive. So I like that idea of growing in love, and I thought that would be a great theme for the month of February. So I went out and found some of my favorite sticker designers, one of who is Doodlebug Draws, and she had this great line of stickers that I went ahead and purchased. I will show you some of those. And you can see here she's got date covers and days of the week and some great things about love and this cute little mouse and the word February. And what I did is I took some of those individual stickers. So here's the mouse, February, the piece of washi tape, the other little mouse who's just peeking up over the little heart, I think is so sweet. And I put all those things together to make myself a banner or a header to use throughout the month of February. I organized the stickers the way that I wanted, and then I go down here and hold the control key as I click on each one of those stickers, and they all become highlighted. And then I can, with all of them highlighted, I can copy those, and then I can go down here underneath and I can paste as a picture that last one. And you see now that all of those little graphics have been combined into one graphic that will be much easier for me to use as a header. And that's what I did on my dashboard page. So I thought some of those stickers were really cute. I found another designer who had a whole set that's called Love is Sweet. Let me show you some of those. So I purchased these stickers as well. And you can see there were quite a few of them. I picked out some of the stickers that I liked and wanted to use for this particular month, and I put them here on this page. I will leave a link to all of these stickers in the description box below if you would like to check them out. They're all from Etsy. But I just thought they were really pretty, and I thought the colors went well together. And then when I started playing around with my February dashboard here, the combination of those two sets I thought worked really, really well. All right, so let's take a look at those requirements again, and we will see how I implemented them here on this page. Okay, so one of the first requirements that I had for my dashboard were important dates. And what I've done over here is I have added my February future log from my Calendarpedia year-long calendar that I have. And I have a video where I showed you where I got that from and how I set that up and how I keep it in my year-long section. What I do here in my year-long section is I simply have the entire calendar listed here where I go ahead and do future planning, future logs. Let's say I know something's coming up, in May. I can go ahead and add that, if I have a trip or an appointment or something like that. But when the month comes around that I'm setting up my dashboard for, I simply go in and highlight the entire month. And I right-click and copy. Take it to my dashboard page, in this case it's February, and paste it in here. Now what I did is I changed the color from being blue to this pretty green color through table shading. So let me show you that really quickly. What I do is I highlight the weekends and any holidays. So here I'll just highlight this weekend and show you, if you go down to table and over to shading, you have all of these colors that you can choose from. You can also put in hex codes if you want. And some of the hex codes that came with the stickers that I bought are some of the colors that I've used here, these down here at the bottom. But for this example, I was using one of the green colors because I thought it picked up nicely with the leaves. So I choose the green color and say OK. And then you see that it shades that whole table row, those particular colors. And I think they look really pretty together. Okay, so important dates go on this section. I'm not somebody who really likes a monthly, square grid kind of layout. I like seeing it as a long list, kind of more that bullet style or that bullet journal style. I like that better, so I tend to use that. I can also then go in and put birthdays and anniversaries in here that I need to remember, and I do have a perpetual calendar where I get that information from, so that's great. I can also include on this calendar any bills that are due, and simply by putting them in the list of events, it's just enough to trigger my memory, because I come back to this page often, and I also make sure that when I'm doing my weekly review, I refer to this page and I know that those things will be coming up. Okay? All right. Now, the next thing on my list over here was goals and actions. And what I like to do is I like to keep my goals and actions, my intentions, front and center. So right here at the top of this page, I took a couple of those stickers that I got from the sticker shop, and I put them here so I can have 1, 2, 3 goals for the month, and I have a place to write at least 2 next action steps that I can take to move myself along to finish those particular goals. Okay? I can fill those in by typing in the boxes, or I can fill them in by using my Apple Pencil to handwrite in the boxes, all of which is great. I think that's wonderful. Okay. Now, the next thing that I have is links to important pages and challenges. And you see this section right here under my goals. I have a link here to my health and habit tracker for the month. I just started setting that health and habit tracker up, but let me show you how to edit this particular link, okay? If I go here and click Edit Link, it will come up and ask me what page I would like it to be linked to. And I can say, on this page, I want to go in my 2023 Crystal Life Planner. I can go down here to February, and right now it's called January Health and Habits because I haven't changed that page yet. But that's okay. OneNote knows the page that I'm talking about. So if I click on my Health and Habit Tracker page, after I say OK, it will take me to my February Health and Habit Tracker. Now all I need to do is go up here and change the name of the page. So let's change that to February. And there we go. Now my blank Health and Habit Tracker is ready to go. And you see here again that I use this cute little mouse title and at the top. And I can go in and put some other stickers in if I want. If you're new here and you're not sure how I've been adding those stickers, let me show you. I'm going to jump over here to Doodlebug Draws. And I am going to, let's see, I don't think that I should use the cupcake on my health and habits. Let's see, I think maybe I like this one. So I'm going to right click on that and I'm going to say copy, and I will take it back to my health and habits page, and I can paste over here on the side. I like to paste on the side so that things don't move around, and I can make that bigger if I would like. I like that. And then let's put maybe some of those cute balloons up here. So I have a set of balloons. Again, copy, take it back to my health and habit page, paste on the side. There they are. Let's make those a little bigger. That's good. All right. You get the idea of how it works. You just copy and paste and resize as needed. All right, let's go back to our dashboard page. And on our dashboard, we also have my Crystal Clear Life Analytics page where I keep track of the videos that I'm making, any plans that I have. I keep track of my subscriber numbers, my view times, and all of that, list of any comments and all of that kind of stuff, which is another segue to say, if you haven't subscribed already, please think about subscribing and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Let me quickly show you what that looks like. So you can see here, I have a page set up for my yearly stats, just where I track, my growth and how I'm doing. And then I also have a link that will take me back to my monthly dashboard. Let's go ahead and edit this one as well. So I'm going to right click on it, edit link. I want that to go to my February page, say OK, and then when I click on it, it will take me right back to February. Okay, so I'm creating backlinks from page to page as I go throughout my planner. Okay, then I have my book challenge, which I also need to link to. So I'm going to right click on that, edit link. And in that one, it's not in this planner, it's in a completely different notebook. It is in a notebook called my book journal, and it is in the challenges section. And it is right here, my 2023 365. Okay. And if I click on that now, you'll see that it will take you right to my book challenge, and I am ready to get started on February. All right, and the last one that I have down here is my goals for 2022. Well, I need to update that page. I have not made that goals video yet, so when I do, I'll come back and fix this page for you guys. All right, so that's the links to the important pages that I like. Then I also have my currently section, and you see when I created my currently section, it's in its own container. See this little gray box up here? That says that it's in its own little container, and that simply is a table with 2 columns, and I put what I'm currently reading, eating, wearing, traveling to, all of that kind of stuff. And in the second column, I can go ahead and fill out items for that month. Really fun to look back on those. I like that. Then I have my section over here about things that I do in the garden, and I keep that list. It is a perpetual list that I use from year to year. It is from a local extension agency where they kind of give you recommendations for things that you need to do throughout the month, and then you can also add things that you might particularly have. For example, we have fruit trees here at our house, and so part of the chores of February is going out and pruning those fruit trees, and near the end of February putting in the fertilizer so that they are ready to go as they are starting to wake up from their winter nap. Okay? All right, so that is in the garden. The next thing that I have down here is recipes to try. And for this month, all I did was I added another cute little sticker here, and I put a text box over it that says recipe to try. Now, I haven't picked my recipe yet. If you guys have a great suggestion for a recipe, leave it in the comments below. I love all different kinds of recipes except seafood. I'm not a big seafood eater. But my daughter is vegetarian, so we do eat lots of vegetarian things. So if you have something that you like, go ahead and leave it in the comments for me, and I'd love to give it a try. All right, the last thing that I put on this page for this particular monthly dashboard is I put 3 of these cute little stickers that they look like Polaroid, pictures with little places at the bottom to write the caption at the bottom. And I thought it would just be a nice little place for sweet memories of the month of February. Also over here, I put my little poem about growing in love. And you see here my little stickers that are leaves, and my flowers look like hearts, which I think is really sweet. I think all in all, the color scheme turned out well. I think as I carry it on through to my February Health and Habits page and my other pages that I need to set up for this month, I think it's going to look really great. Anyway, I just wanted to take you along and explain a little bit about how I create my dashboards and what I put on them and why I put those things on them. I'm sure that your requirements for what you will put on your monthly dashboard page are very different, but maybe you've got some ideas from some of the things that I included here today. Anyway, I just want to say thanks for joining me today. It's always a pleasure to have you come around. Well, here's hoping that you can live a more simplified and organized life through better planning. I use OneNote. Now, all I have to do is finish the rest of my pages for February. Maybe I'll take you along on that journey as well. Until next time, okay, bye.